Hi folks, the Chinese watched our video with ratios and sent us food from their army, so we could show it in our channel and compare with Russian ratio. But they certainly do not expect that this time we'll take such advanced daily version of Russian army ratio. We should be able to compete with Chinese. So, we'll be first to try Chinese ratios. So it's very interesting what they eat there. The Chinese do not have any daily ratio, and for meals for the whole day they take 3 these kind of disposable sets. But the last one package arrived to put it immediately in a shabby state. We will tell you what happened later. So on this package says Sun Kun Chai, which probably means a very tasty dinner, and 3 stars symbolizing 3 well-fed Chinese. So what we have here, a bunch of bags for same color, just like Americans do. There are Chinese inscriptions everywhere, so I guess it will be surprise for all what's inside. And here we have such a box which should be served as a plate. They also put a strong enough brown spoon and a napkin with a toothpick. Well, not much, but still better than nothing. Cookie, what are you sitting here? This is food for humans, not for cats. So firstly we open this bag. Wow, there are 2 chocolates and a chewing gum. By the way, it is big enough. Just compare it with ordinary Orbit. And chocolates, by the way, are very delicate and tasty. Next, in this bag we have something light and big. I don't understand. What is it? Is it some kind of flavor or what? Eventually we got it was probably a dried soup, which must be poured with the hot water. But I don't really understand what is it from. Some rags with holes? But damn, it tastes really good. And here is some kind of solid brick. Sweet and delicious, like cookies. I assume that Chinese are collecting cookies from various factories that are broken and unsuitable for sale, grind them and press into such small shapes. Despite that, I really liked it. So now we opened next package, and here we have some kind of black peas. This is some kind of dried fruit, not raisins for sure, maybe some kind of blueberries. Move on. Wait, what are those? Looks like worms. It tastes quite salty, something between meat and some kind of vegetation. I have no idea what is it. Write in the comments your guesses. And here we have some kind of brown stuff. Looks like jam. But damn, as I tried it, I immediately ran to the wash bin to rinse my mouth. That was just terrible. You should probably eat it with the main meal. The heater instructions are in the form of drawings, so we will figure it out. Inside there is a large bag with a dish, and on the side we have 2 reagents with granules that cool off some heat. I've never seen 2 heating plates at once, probably it should warm well. A special measuring bag for water with a mark is included, as the water is poured in and reaction begins. It is very difficult to keep the bag closed as the gas escapes from inside. But probably we don't really need to do so. We'll put it on the side and wait for 10-15 minutes. And the food is heated. We wipe the bag and pour out the content. Oh, it's ripe with vegetable and meat. There is real meat here. We managed to find a few small pieces. Perhaps these 2 worms should be added to the rice. Here is such a dinner, the first meal and a nice bonus. You can eat well, especially if you're Chinese. The Chinese are small, don't you think so? Now we take the lunch, and everything inside is very similar. The same set with accessories, with a paper and a plate and toothpick, which by the way has emoticon painted on it, probably to raise up the mood. And again, the Chinese put 2 chocolates and chewing gum, and for the dried fruit we have some dried banana. Cool, I like its taste. Here in such large square, it's actually 2 whole bars of pressed cookies. So what is it coming out? Damn, get out already. I don't know if whether they're leaves or flowers or salty onion. If Chinese are watching this video, then please write in the comments what it is. But not in Chinese. In the next bag there is probably some kind of very sharp stuff. Sorry guys, but I won't try this anymore. How do they eat it? Next we can have a soup, but this time a green one. We pour in some water. Some kind of algae is floating, and again these white things. But it smells nice. Like a swamp. I tried it and it's not tasty at all. Unlike the soup for breakfast, but maybe for Chinese it's fine. Let's get the main dish. I wonder what will happen this time. Damn, rice again. Don't they have anything else growing there? Potato for example, or pasta? But there's already a little more meat here. Sliced sausages and pieces of smoked meat. Here is such a lunch. If not a swamp soup, it would be very nice. Cookie, what are you doing in a box of Chinese saw from the past video? There's no any place there? It can break now. Now let's have a look at our dinner. Do you know why it's so battered? Probably because the customs officer apparently smelled the delicious food and gutted the whole dinner to see what's inside and probably to try. Many packages contain such a small incisions through which dishes are visible and tasted. But since nothing is eaten, the officer apparently did not like it. Well, however, we might like it. Just look at the 2 whole packages with the main meal. Everything is standard here. But of the dried food, this time we have only 1 slice of mango. Damn, somehow this mango is not enough. And then again, we have salaty in the form of worms, but this time we notice this kind of mushrooms. Maybe they grow this time, long mushrooms. As usual, sharp black stuff. And a soup. This time with mushrooms. And it's very tasty. As for a dry soup, since one of the heating sets was damaged, we squeezed the food onto a plate and heat it in a microwave. Damn, again rice. They probably already pooped rice there. But it's not so simple as it seems. Our rice is not just with some meat, but with shrimps and savory sausages. Though it tastes so-so, and frankly speaking, I don't really like seafood. We warm up the second meal, open it, and what a miracle! This is not a rice. This is noodles with eggplant, other vegetables, and pieces of meat. So let's try it. No, let's better use chopsticks like real Chinese do. And it tastes quite good. Just look what a great dinner. 2 main meals and plus a soup. This is how the Chinese soldiers eat. Conclusions will be made at the end of the video. And now we have a large ratio of ration. In such a beautiful box, stylish, trendy and modern. Oh wait, Cookie has to scratch his back. Well, he can't tolerate until the end of the video. Let's scratch his back well. So, here we have a dinner, breakfast and a lunch mixed up. We got just such a piece of paper where it says what belongs to what. And so, not to reveal the whole intrigue of the meal, as for the accessories, we have 6 napkins, 3 for hands and 3 for plates and other stuff. We opened the package and yes, they are still wet. 3 huge packets of sugar, a familiar set of warming up of food, and these kind of turbo matches, hermetically packed. 3 spoons with a knife, salt, paper, tablet for disinfecting water, and such a package. You will hardly believe what inside. Vitamins! What a surprise! Not a big deal, but still nice. However, this is not it. We still have chewing gum, but not easy one, but real Mentos for my friends. Definitely a pleasant surprise. Next we have coffee. Damn, memorizing the Korean coffee, I don't even know what it's waiting for us. It looks like some kind of pieces of cement, but when the water added, the color seems to become normal. Let us add such a cream and try it. To be honest, the taste is not very good. But if you didn't like the coffee, then you can have this drink, to which you can need to add some water. Mix it. And this is much better. We can drink it. Next, we shall put the biscuits. We have already seen them in the previous videos, and this kind of paste. I like the taste of the paste. During the filming, I ate one such a sandwich. There is also apple jam and a long wetted chocolate. Many people wrote that it must be included in this soldering, and we found it. It got a little pale but still quite edible. And here are the main meals: meat with green peas and carrots. We went out to the streets and took heater and matches. It must be folded like this. And put some dry alcohol inside. And here is our super match with a long burning part. We take the scribble and set it on fire. Looks like it's burning well. When our stove is ignited, we put the canned food on the top of it. After 5 minutes, the packaging was swollen a lot, and so it won't explode, we made several holes in the foil. So let's open it. What a smell! Look at the pieces of meat. It turned out very tasty. We move to the dinner. And again, we have biscuits made from wet flour, caviar from squash, and some braised beef. And so you won't go outside every time, we will heat it up on Chinese burner from the last video. And in the meantime, we will make some drinks. The dish is ready and we just have some meat here. I just don't understand why there's so much fat. The soldier will not drink it for sure, but the meat is tasty. If we drain the fat, it won't be little meat left and not be enough well for the soldier, but still don't rush to make conclusions. We're still waiting for the dinner. It's much more variety. Just look how many different jars we have here. The pate and salted pork fat looks like lard, cream cheese, and even natural applesauce. There is no problem with sandwiches for sure. For the main meal we have rice with chicken. And yes, we see chicken meat here. Not bad. In the end, dinner pleased us with variety. Well, let's summarize. The advantages of Chinese ratios are the good spoons, the presence of first meals, delicious cookies, and just great heaters. The meat is of course practically absent. It is very small, but the Chinese missed one very important point. Did any of you notice that They had nothing to drink at all, no tea, no coffee, nothing. Only soup perhaps. Why do you think they did this? The Russians pampered the soldiers with Mentos, vitamins, chocolates, though not as big as the Poles did, but still with an abundance of drinks and quite tolerable foods. Write in the comments which ratio you liked more. Well, now will you go to the army?